Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Thursday morning. The sun is shining. New York City was underwater last night, but I survived, and here I am. A little water damage in the home. If this stream goes down, I apologize. I'm gonna duct tape some stuff together to make sure this goes off. But it's good to see everybody in the comments section. I hope you're all doing well. Packers back on the practice field. We'll hear from Matt LaFleur later this morning. Hear from you fine folks in a bit. But first, obviously, we got to talk about Underdog Fantasy. It's the best and easiest place to play fantasy football for big cash prizes. On Underdog Fantasy, you just draft. No need to worry about waivers, lineups, or injuries. Underdog handles that all for you. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app. You get a free $25 in bonus cash when you use the code Cheesehead when making your first deposit. That $25 is worth 5 free entries into the Puppy 3, a fantasy football tournament with $1 million in total prize money and a $200,000 prize for first place. Let's say you miss out on drafting Aaron Rodgers in your regular league that you've been in for years with your buddies. Everybody, wants Aaron Rodgers. Not everybody can get him, but you can get him on Underdog. Play Underdog. You can sign up, play more fantasy football, draft Aaron Rodgers 5 times. You won't even have to worry about setting those lineups. You'll get Rodgers' best performances throughout the entirety of the season. And I hear you. I hear you, Aaron. I'm not a fantasy kind of person. I like tactile things that I can touch and leaf through. Well, guess what? You're in luck because you can get the 2021 official yearbook of the Green Bay Packers. Head to packersyearbook.com. Use code CHTV to get 10% off. You can also get the Game Day magazine delivered digitally to your inbox every morning of every game. Again, code CHTV to get 10% off. And while you're out there whiling on the internet, head to VINFL.com. That's VINFL.com for this sweet Packers hoodie and other Acme Packers items that they have at VINFL.com. Use code CheeseheadTV to get 15% off. What's up, everybody? It's a morning. No doubt about it. Packers fans here in Florida are scrambling for hotel rooms. Hopefully tickets come out tomorrow. I will be there. SWFL Packers Fan Club. That's what I'm talking about. Ed Pierce with the $10 super sticker. Ed, thank you so much. Thanks for the support. Butch, which would you rather have, noise in New Orleans or heat in Jacksonville? Oh, this is a big win for the Packers. I understand it will be hot. I understand it will be humid. I understand it will be gross. But this is a major win for Green Bay, having this game in Jacksonville instead of New Orleans. This is 2 years in a row the Packers will have avoided the Superdome crowd. Last year, obviously, it was empty because of COVID. This year, there's a hurricane, so they're playing it in Jacksonville. Both times, that is a major win for Green Bay. The fact that Aaron Rodgers will undoubtedly be able to operate almost, as though he were at home. Obviously, there will be Saints fans in attendance. They will do everything to keep Packers fans out. But Packer fans travel, man. And I'm not even saying the Packers fans are going to be loud. It's just a question of there's going to be enough of them to make it not as boisterous and loud when the Packers are on offense, and Aaron's going to be able to operate. Now, I'm not saying that's an automatic win for the Packers, but it is a huge advantage, something they would not have had if this game been in New Orleans. So it's going to be gross. It's going to be hot, humid. Boys got to hydrate, but being able to hear Aaron Rodgers at the line of scrimmage is a major advantage for the Green Bay Packers. Packer fans, don't do the wave in Jacksonville. I mean, it's Jack. Just do it whenever you want. They're not going to be enough of them to make it matter, probably. Next, thoughts on keeping Jake Hansen? Last man in, first one out? I have no idea. I said it when I talked with Andy after the cutdowns. I have seen absolutely nothing in the preseason to make me think, yep, that guy's got to be on the 53. No idea what they're thinking there. They like the potential. They're projecting forward and see growth. No idea. Pumpkin pie. That is the sweetest, nicest super chat I've ever gotten. Good morning. Remember that? You guys see that? I think it was a Vine, an old school Vine of the kid in England who says good morning to everybody during the pandemic. No one's out. He's just pretending to say good morning to people. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. That's what pumpkin pie's super chat is reminding me of. Good morning. Last time the Packers won in the Superdome when the Saints had a crowd, I believe 1995. I don't know if it's 95, but it was a long ass time ago. I know that. Heflin greater than Lancaster. Devin, that seems presumptuous. I think he's certainly got the potential to be, but I wouldn't be so quick to just dismiss Lancaster. He does good work. I understand he's not dynamic. I understand he's not a superstar, but the world needs ditch diggers too, and Tyler has dug some ditches for these Green Bay Packers. How many interceptions will Winston throw week 1? The over-under is set at 2. I'm going to go just under. How about 1.5? One will be a tip ball. It won't be his fault. Hi, Packers. Should the Packers bring in Cam Newton? No. Is the game being moved from New Orleans? Yes. Hey, Nags, it's hot down here in Florida. Hope the boys stay hydrated. That is a big key. Not only staying hydrated for the start of the game, but throughout the game. That has been a constant bugaboo for the Green Bay Packers when they travel south into the humid climates. They definitely need to stay hydrated. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. I'm excited for a true revenge game in San Fran. Whew, baby, that is going to be a tough outing. No doubt about it. Sean Payton still the head coach? Yes. What are these questions? Did I go through a time warp? What is happening here? They'll cut Hanson when they sign Tom Grossi. Possibility. Mm-hmm. How has Kiki looked? I haven't heard his name much from practices, or I just wasn't paying close enough attention. Kevin, you probably didn't hear his name a whole lot because he missed a lot of time early on in camp. He had definitely showed signs of rust when he first got back on the practice field, but he looked like he was rounding into shape when I left. But obviously, I wasn't there for the joint practices with the Jets, which is when he really started kind of getting true team stuff going. And then he didn't play much, if at all, in preseason. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see. I know Montgomery thinks he's ready to take a big step. I'm very much in the camp of I'll believe it when I see it. I think he has the possibility to help them out and provide a little pass rush help. He's got to play the run better. He's got to be more consistent against the run. But it's going to be interesting to see how they peg him in the rotation. Sam, thanks for the super chat. Really like the depth Gutekunst has made on both fronts. I mean, yeah, he keeps building that roster. It's a lot of potential right now, but they got to prove it, especially along that offensive line. But I agree, man. It looks like on paper that they've done a good job. What player on defense is a born leader on the field? Ooh, Brandy. Tough question right there. Born leader. It's interesting because, I think when you say leader, I'm not saying you in particular, but when one says leader, you always want to gravitate to guys who are demonstrative, right? Who are rah-rah, pumping guys up. And obviously that has been Za'Darius during his tenure in Green Bay. But I would say Jair is a leader that maybe isn't the most vocal guy, but he does get pumped up during games. And I think guys feed off his energy in a big, big way. No doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Could Kenny Clark be a defensive player of the year candidate in this scheme? Yes, 1,000%. I don't know if he's going to have the type of production that's going to warrant that. You got to be a pass rushing demon, essentially, to get that kind of recognition. And I don't know how much he's truly going to be let off the chain and allowed to rush a quarterback as opposed to doing the dirty work on early downs. But yeah, man, he's got the ability. There's no doubt about it. Jeezy, thanks for the super chat. Should have moved the game to Bishop Sycamore. Oh, you guys never miss. I love it. How does McDuffie look? Tyler, he's looked good. I said to Andy when we did our breakdown, I was really surprised how well he played in Buffalo. Obviously, he got a real late start because he was on the injury list for a lot of camp. But yeah, he really stood out, I thought, in the Buffalo preseason game. Excited to see what he can bring to special teams. Hope they never have to see him from scrimmage. But yeah, no, he surprised me with his play. Newman is going to be a stud. Hey, man, Royce has had a nice start. There's no doubt about it. But it's all about building, all about going forward, continuing to improve. Next step, obviously, and most likely, we haven't named this officially yet, but most likely is his start in week 1. We'll see. Do I think the Eagles will be looking at Cam? It sounds like everybody in the the NFC East is. Washington, Philadelphia, and Dallas. Interested to see where Cam lands. This team's ability to find offensive line is almost unmatched if Royce and Josh perform as expected. They've been doing it for a long time. They clearly have a system that works. There's no doubt about that, especially when it comes to finding athletic tackles who can move into guard. Guys who they find have the ability to maneuver in their zone scheme, the footwork, the athleticism. They've done a really, really good job. Accidental Hero, thanks for the super chat. Rate by coolness, Miles, Davis, Prince, Jair. Well, both of those living, all of us living know that Jair is the man right now, but those guys, respect. I got to go with Prince, Miles, and then Jair. That's just me. That's just something I'm into. I know your mileage may vary. What else we got? Ask Coach if Malik made it because he knows the competition he faced in college. Conference of Champions. Don't think I'm going to burn my one question. That's the problem when you're on Zoom. It's like if you're in the room, you can ask as many as you want. But if you're on Zoom, you get one question. Uncultured, thanks to the super chat. Which NFL player will be the first to announce on Sunday Night Football that he went to school at Bishop Sycamore? Pappies. Oh, man, that's a really good question. I know that first national game is what? Tampa versus Dallas? I'll go who would it be? Probably Antonio Brown. That's who it'll be. Corey Banke is the coolest of them all. True. Get a real job. Why is it so offensive to you, Brett? That's hilarious. Get a real job. Look at this. Get a real job. Oh, that just made my day. Cameron, thanks for the super chat. What will Kevin King's role be? Cornerback 3? Oh, not to start. It'll be cornerback 2. And we'll see how long he keeps it. But they have said he's not going to lose his job due to injury. So we'll see week 1 for sure. But I suspect he'll be cornerback 2 for a bit yet. Can you say envy any more obvious? Yeah, Matt, people, sometimes they have to live their life and type things out of the depths of their soul into the YouTube chat and expose to the world how sad they really are. That's just how it is. Did Corey lose it when the Packers used a draft pick on a punter? Yes, Robin. You should have been on the Patreon happy hour last night. I thought he was going to blow out my speakers. He was yelling so hard. Happy Thursday. What's up, Shane? Rate of coolness, Banky, Nagler, Grossi, Herrick, McGinn. I'm not touching that one. Is the team more talented than the 2014 squad? Oh, that's a tough one, Carson. It has the potential to be, but look, don't forget that 2014 squad didn't look like they were gangbusters at the start of the year. Remember, they had to move Clay inside because they had no answer at inside backer. Hell, they had fucking Julius Peppers catching slants or dropping slants in New Orleans. That was a really talented team that gelled at the right time. They were playing their best football down the stretch, and that's what you want, right? The Packers can do that. I think they've got the ability, and the possibility is there. But there is some youth on this team that's going to have to grow up in a hurry. And if that happens, yeah, I think the potential is there. No doubt. How many sacks for Gary? That's always a popular question. I want to say double digits, but I just don't know how much he's going to be on the field. Now, if Z's injury keeps him off the field, especially, for any extended period of time, obviously we'll see a lot more Gary, and maybe that pumps up his numbers a little bit, but I'll go, I think I've said 12 in the past. I'll stick with that. Let's say 12. I think that's pretty good. Any chance they pick up Kadar Holman and trade him back to the Texans for another pick? Jordan, he was picked up by the Saints. He's on the Saints practice squad.
That's not suspicious at all.
Dustin, thanks for the super chat. 2022 Bills trade Mitch to Bears for 3 first-rounders. Probably. I wouldn't put it past Pace. Anything stupid can be done in Chicago. Do you think it's true that the Saints found the most expensive destination for Packers fans? Saw it on Twitter. Yeah, that was a report of the process of what they were looking at as far as the different venues they could utilize for this game, and they wanted to make it as difficult as possible for Packers fans to get to the game. Yeah, of course they would. I mean, this is what I was saying all week when people were like, "Oh, just play it in Lambeau." Like they were never, ever, ever going to play this game in Lambeau. Like people, this is a competition. This ain't show friends, it's show business. It is about beating the other team, and every minuscule thing that can be utilized to try and gain an advantage, they will do it. It's not a surprise. Sean Payton was never going to let this game be played in Lambeau. I'm not saying that, not intimating that you specifically are saying that. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of that online, and it was just like, what? This is Sisters of the Poor? This ain't no charity case. It's the NFL. So yeah, no, that didn't surprise me at all. What if Mark Murphy had an awesome mustache like Shad Khan? I mean, it would greatly improve his appearance. Let's put it that way. Thoughts on Pace and Nagy not playing field so they can keep their jobs? Maybe that's why. I doubt it, though. I mean, they've got a train wreck of an offensive line. They need and probably want a experienced starter in the NFL who can at least read stuff pre-snap and get them out of stuff and get them into better plays, etc., knowing that their offensive line ain't going to hold up. We all know Fields will play eventually. I mean, maybe it's to keep their job, but I think it's just because they want to win games. That's the gig, right? I don't know. Greater training camp star, Max McCaffrey or Tory Gurley? Gurley actually did it in a few real games, though. Max was a star, though. No doubt about it. Let's see. Could the Packers bring back Matt Flynn to teach Love? Teach him what? I mean, he didn't play in the system. I don't know, man. Mark Murphy wears Cole's suits. You guys are killing me. You're killing me. I got to get going. I'm sorry. I'm going to end it there because it's too fun. Thank you guys for hanging out and talking Packers each and every day. I'll be back tomorrow. I had my first rehearsal of the year yesterday in the LiveX studio and basically did nothing. Just sat there. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll do a little bit more this afternoon. We're getting ready for Carry the G with AJ Dillon, kicking off on September 13th. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel because you're not going to want to miss that. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.